What up, everybody? Welcome to Wheel Talks. I'm Marty O'Connor, and this is my boy,
Sonny Casebound.
The show doesn't work out. Anyways.
Welcome back, Will Worlds, for another badass edition of Will Talks with my boy,
Marty O'Connor.
I'm Sonny Casebound, and we have a very beautiful, talented, elegant, recently engaged guest.
All right, flash it up.
I can't. I'm disabled.
Okay, well, you can zoom in on it.
I know you as...
See?
I know
Even
you,
we make mistakes, guys. I don't
Wow.
feel weird at all.
out of all people to ask,
Out of
too,
all
right?
people.
Hey, flash
Of
it up,
all
Marty.
people to ask,
Yeah,
yeah.
right there. Okay, right on.
Awkward.
But this is guaranteed to be the sassiest
Yes.
guest we have had on the show to date, no doubt.
She actually knows us on a personal level, so she's not going to hold back at all. She's already
Mm-hmm.
verbally assassinated me the
Yep.
moment I rolled through the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I know you as Marna Wills, but what is your actual full name?
Marna Michelle.
Marna Michelle.
Michelle.
That's it.
Your last name's Michelle?
No, my last name's Ruff. My stage name is Marna Michelle.
Oh,
Why
okay.
gotta
I
throw
mean,
me
get
under
it-
the bus like
Get
that?
it right, bro.
My bad.
Jeez.
I actually have a stage name, too.
Tell me it.
Yeah, it's Sugar. Yeah, you could catch me Friday nights down at the Green Guys.
I would have assumed it was
Yeah.
salt,
Salt.
not sugar.
Ooh,
You're
wow.
not sweet.
He's kind of like that sweet and salty. You know?
Kind of like a Sour Patch
Yeah,
Kid,
where
no?
you're like,
More sweet and
yeah,
sour.
that's what you remind me of.
Sour exterior, little sweet on the inside. I know you're sweet on the
Yeah,
inside.
thanks, baby.
I feel like you're the margarita and he's the salt.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait, but he gets licked?
Yes.
Oh.
Damn it.
Do you want to be the lime?
No, I think it's bit.
Then you get
You like
sucked.
Okay, this is going down a...
I guess
I'm
I go down
sorry.
smooth, huh?
Anyways, we want to get into your epic journey, especially what you've been into recently. But we just want to really highlight how incredible person you are. Despite your adversities, you've really just created a great life for yourself and a great brand for yourself. So we want to get into that in this episode, guys. So
Yeah, I mean, Marna, from the time we met you at the Goodwill Fitness Center.
shout out.
You
What
know-
actually? What's its real name?
Oh, the Rogers A. Severson Fitness and Technology Center of Orange County.
Thank you.
I mean, that was
Yeah.
beautiful.
I go Rain Man on this B every once in a while. I get to throw it out.
Wow.
Right?
I liked that.
Yeah, but there is not like a more energetic, fun person rolling around that gym. It really, like, I feel like your vibe is just so infectious in there.
Yeah.
For that, we thank you.
I'm
Yes.
vibing.
You know, you
Yes.
are vibing.
I don't know how fast that thing goes, but you literally you cut corners. You almost
It's
kill people.
supercharged.
9 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
well, you keep it on
That's-
9 all the time, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, don't challenge
Don't
this
quite-
chick to a race.
And to
right?
I don't make it to 10,
And
but
to make matters worse, you used to bring a puppy to the gym that was not trained whatsoever. That would chew everything.
says the
bite
guy
people.
who's not trained.
Yeah, never, never, never.
I mean, come on.
He's still in puppy training. We're working on
You
him,
can try to
guys,
contain
you
this,
know?
but you never.
Sometimes he pees, sometimes he barks, you know, but just let him do his thing.
You
and,
just gotta,
At
sometimes
least, but he's so cute. We just
I
keep
own
coming
it.
back for more.
I
right?
own it.
it's the
Yeah,
I
eyes.
own it,
He's
yes.
got the kind eyes.
Nice,
Yeah,
yes,
zoom in
it
on
is.
those bad boys.
Oh,
All right,
shit.
all right. So let's start from the beginning. Where were you born? Where were you raised? Where did you start?
I was born in Santa Ana,
Okay.
but I was raised in Costa Mesa and San Juan Capistrano because my parents are divorced.
Okay.
So I got best of both worlds. I got the beach, and then I got like the horse country.
Right?
Nice.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of like a mixture.
Jealous. That's pretty sick.
Yeah, like I love the ocean, but I don't want to get in it.
Yeah.
I've never been able to walk, so the sand's been a real bitch for me. But horses, I actually don't know if you guys know this, but I am a professional horseback rider.
What? Is this
And
a real story?
This
or
is
are
a
you-
real story.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
You're like
No
me. You're,
way.
the thing with Marna is like someone described me like this the other day too. Is it's always two truths and a lie.
No,
There's
mine's
always some truth to it, but there's also a lie buried in there too. Okay, so go on.
My
That's
lie
amazing.
would be you're so sweet. But anyways, I horseback rode for since I was, I'd say 3 up until about
Yeah.
13, and I won trophies and ribbons.
How therapeutic
Dude,
was that for you
what?
too, though? Because obviously
great.
not being able to walk, getting on a horse, though.
And it's like those are my legs.
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
jump, I can run, I
In
can
San Juan
barrel race.
Capistrano, they have the Shea Center.
Yeah, that's
down
what
there.
it used to be the Fran Joswick Center. And
Okay.
so I started at the Fran Joswick Center,
Mm-hmm.
and then I actually said to my dad, I was like, I don't care that I'm disabled. I want to like do this legit. So
Yeah.
I got private lessons from a person who did not train disabled people.
Wow.
okay.
And I actually walked with leg braces until I was
Yeah.
13.
Nice.
Okay.
So those helped me stay in the saddle.
Yeah.
And then at age 23, I went back to the Shea Center And I tried it again without the leg braces, and boy, oh boy, was it scary.
Oh, I bet.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
What kind of contraptions do they have for you?
They don't. So it's literally just a wooden ramp that goes up to a horse. So they get the horse in the middle, and you roll your chair up there, and then you put one foot in the stirrup, and then they kind of hike you over the horse.
Okay. You said the ramp goes up over each side. I literally thought you
That
had
would
your
be
chair
sick.
propped up on the horse. I'm like, that poor
That poor horse
Oh
just
my God.
squishing down to the
literally
ground.
just like a saddle for a power chair. I'm like, oh my God, you're gonna need a Clydesdale with like
Oh my
metal
God.
legs for something like that.
Call PETA. That's
yeah,
not
I
great.
know, right?
Yeah. Did you ever have a horse, or did you like have a say it for me, please? Specific horse that you always rode?
So I grew up with a horse. His name was Latino. Rest his soul. He was the best boy ever.
Nice.
He had a wife. Do you know
Okay.
horses like have legit relationships?
Really?
Crazy topic, but
Okay.
seriously, Google it. It's great.
Dude, they stud.
and
It's a life.
And
right?
he
It's
was a
whole
sexy
thing.
boy. I mean, big
Bringing
black
that Latin
stallion,
heat.
gorgeous.
What color?
Black stallion.
Black stallion?
Yeah,
Wow,
and he had
okay.
like a little white patch on his face, but he was gorgeous.
We're gonna have like the cutest picture of you on this horse up on this thing right now. I bet.
Oh Lord,
I
I
know
don't
you
know.
got one. I know you got one.
But yeah, so my dad had him with my mom, and then when I was born, my parents were actually already divorced, so I never got to. Well, I did ride Latino when I was a baby with
Okay.
my dad, but not as like a full functioning rider.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
at the Fran Joswick Center, which is now the Shea Center, I rode a horse named Misty. She was my bitch.
Oh,
And
nice.
a horse named Color. She was a bitch.
Okay.
But both of them are great. Loved them. And it was a
Nice.
great time. And
for
horseback
you.
riding. I did barrel racing, which is when you weave through barrels, and I won. And
Really?
yeah.
That's
is
so
so
amazing.
interesting, yeah.
Like, how have we known you this song and never known that?
Because you've
Yeah.
never asked me questions.
I don't. Feel
Oh
like,
my goodness.
I also don't feel like I don't feel like you post about it a lot either, or.
I mean,
show
because I haven't
videos.
done it as an adult, but
Yeah.
the last time I did it, I was about 23 years old, and
Okay.
it's expensive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
everything
okay.
being disabled, it's expensive. Wish it was free, but
That's
So
pretty
you
awesome.
mentioned that you were never able to walk. Can you tell us a little bit about your disability and kind of like what it is, like from a high level for people that are at home listening?
yeah, I was born with arthrogryposis. It's a muscle and joint disorder.
Okay.
So my muscles are really weak and my joints are very stiff. Basically, it varies throughout each person, so it can affect just the upper body. It can affect just the lower body, or it can
Interesting.
affect the entire body. I genuinely am more capable of doing normal activities than most people with arthrogryposis. And I say that lightly. I mean, I know there's just so many of us out there.
Yeah.
But like I fully functioning arms, like I can't lift my arms above my head, so that's why I couldn't show the ring.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can lift one arm with the other arm, so I
Yeah.
get the job done.
And you were born with this.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
born with this. So
Was it
it's-
genetically passed down, or how does this come about?
No, it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Is it common,
Honestly.
or is it pretty rare?
1 out of 3,000 babies has it.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's rare. That's
Yeah.
which I don't understand numbers,
Yeah.
but that's rare. And yeah, it's the best thing that could ever happen to me. I'm
Yeah.
glad that I was born with arthrogryposis.
You have
It's-
siblings too, right?
Yeah.
And so but you're the only one that was born with this.
Yeah, I'm the only disabled person in my family.
Okay.
Well, besides one of my cousins on my dad's side, she has cerebral palsy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Where do you fall in the siblings? Are you the oldest, youngest, middle? Where are
oh
you
my
at?
Lord. Okay, so I have a mixed family because my
Okay.
parents are divorced.
Yep.
So I only have one real blood brother,
Okay.
and I'm the younger. But I have altogether 9 siblings,
Whoa,
and
girl.
I'm the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
You're the middle, but
Yeah,
not
we don't
forgotten
need to go
about.
through
that.
Definitely
Not
not
forgotten
forgotten about.
No, I'm the only cripple. I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
No, please, you stand out.
I don't stand up, but I stand out.
Oh,
But hey, if you did need to stand,
yeah,
there's probably something we could use, and it shouldn't be hard.
easy.
You should make it easy.
I think so, right? Easy.
Take a stand.
easy.
Stand.
Easy.
Stand.
Easy.
These episodes would not be possible
Without
not
Easy
without
Stand.
our sponsor.
Don't worry.
Words
help
aren't
you get through
possible
that, yeah.
without a brain, and apparently I forgot that today. So
But again, we thank you guys for sponsoring our show and taking care of us.
yeah, Easy Stand, many benefits. Get you standing, get those muscles stretched out, get that weight bearing, get that blood flowing, get it going.
Can I say something about the easy stand?
Yes.
Please do.
It also gives us ladies a chance to look at them boys' asses.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
dang,
We gotta see
right?
it. We gotta see it.
And our asses are always covered up.
Yeah.
You know?
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
You know, you guys
Yeah.
don't get to see these
You
things.
get free
and
reign.
if you're lucky, we kind of rattle those things for you. We kind of
Yeah.
shake them, twerk them.
Yeah.
You know, I remember, the last time I saw Sonny up on one, he just started twerking that.
I
dang
think
thing.
you
He
were
was-
actually a little taken back because you thought I had a pancake booty.
I was like, bro,
You didn't realize I got cakes.
okay, biscuits.
Got
Yeah.
yams.
I got
He's
cakes.
thick,
He's
boy.
Yeah.
got 2 C's
Yeah.
and thick.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
wearing really tight jeans that day too.
Damn,
So,
boy.
yeah.
Who wears jeans to the gym?
I do.
It was at the Ability Center.
Okay.
I got the
Abilities
2
Expo.
guys who
Maybe that's something we need to touch on because I always got so much shit for not wearing like athletic attire. I'm like, am I being athletic?
Have you ever have you always wore jeans to the gym though? Or
No,
was it-
like, okay, at the very beginning, like in the hospital, because it's engraved in your brain, you need to wear sweatpants.
Sweats.
You need to wear like
Yes.
athleisure clothes.
Right,
And it's like,
right.
bro, at some point, style's got to take over. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to get a pressure sore from my Vans. No, I'm not getting a pressure sore from my jeans. Granted, you always got to keep an eye on
Right.
it.
Yeah.
Everyone's bodies are different, but I was fine. And it's like, I'm not going to change twice a day. That's a bigger pain in the ass than
That's
yes.
true.
Trying
That's the point I was gonna make
like-
is a lot of times when we dress, we
Yeah.
dress for the whole day.
yeah. Oh yeah.
So if we're gonna go spend an hour at
Ain't
the
nobody
gym,
got time for that.
that 1 hour at the gym, we'll be looking, ready to go out later
Yeah.
that night. Like just the sacrifice we'll make,
For sure.
My biggest issue I had with sweats too is my dad would dress me in the beginning or help me get dressed in the beginning, and he'd pull mine up to my nipples,
Yep.
and then
I swear, some
was
nurses
like,
think
come
that
on.
underwear on men is meant to be pulled up till it stops.
Hey,
and
how
it's
you
like,
doing? My name's Marty.
bruh.
Yeah.
No, but enough about us.
Yeah, enough about us. We're still in the show.
So tell us about like your childhood and growing up, and then maybe like going to school. Obviously, were there some limitations that you had to face? Like there was a learning curve. Tell us a little bit about like growing up with arthrogryposis.
Well, I was like the
nice.
only disabled person until I was, I think until I was about in junior high, and then a young girl came to my school and she was in a wheelchair, but she was quite young.
Were you jealous? Like, don't still
No,
spotlight.
not at all, because
Or
of
did
the
you
way
feel
that she
comforted?
became disabled was really tragic.
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
So I was born with my disability. I have not known
Yeah.
anything other than being
Right.
crippled. This has been my life. And I haven't really struggled. I mean, I had surgeries growing up. I was put through a lot. I'm thankful I don't remember them quite well.
Yeah.
But I wore body casts all through my childhood and splints, and I was
Sounds
put through
painful.
a lot. It was painful, but I don't remember it. And so
Yeah.
I don't take for granted that it happened, but I also don't dwell on it. It got me to where I am now, and I think I'm a fantastic person.
When
and
did,
I'm-
when did you kind of realize like you're different, or like what grade was it? What age
Oh.
was it?
Okay, I know. So, like I said, was the only disabled person until about 7th grade, junior high. Everyone knew me. Everyone was kind. Everyone liked me. I've always had friends. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's just the way it was.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy to be
Yeah.
friends
Yeah.
with you though.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very.
And so junior high is when all the schools mix and you have kids from different schools
Yeah.
who didn't
All
grow
the
up
districts,
with me.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mhm. And so one kid called me a cripple. He said, "You stupid cripple." And I mean, at first, the stupid kind of hurt my feelings
Yeah.
way more than
Yeah.
cripple, because I didn't
Yeah.
know what cripple was.
Oh,
I had no
okay,
idea.
yeah.
And so I was like sad that he called me stupid. And then someone explained what a cripple meant, and I go,
Oh.
I'm sad about it.
Yeah.
Right.
But okay, now at 28 years old, I have my own brand called Crippled is Beautiful, baby.
And you
Yeah.
own that
And
shit.
I own that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cripple's not a bad word. It literally means I can't walk. And guess what? I can't
Damn.
walk.
Yeah.
You're gonna-
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
was bullied in junior high quite a lot. Someone also called me a fat potato who just sits down and doesn't do anything. And
Oh
I
my
go,
gosh.
well, potatoes are the sexiest thing to eat.
Yeah.
So,
We should
okay.
go kick his
Yeah.
ass.
Yeah.
Or
That was
her
a
ass.
girl. Her name was Brandy.
Well,
Oh,
we, got,
okay.
we got killers in the street. We'll
Yeah.
get a girl on her.
We got some
Watch
females
yourself.
that would take care of our dirty work for sure.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
No, spread
This
love,
guy's got
spread
like
love.
10 sisters too, so
Right.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm a cliche kind of gal, and I actually appreciate that they called me those things, because now I look back at it, I'm like, dude, I'm so much better than them. It's
For
like
real.
ridiculous.
Mhm.
And
As a child though, did you feel like, I mean, your attitude now is great, but were there times of depression, frustration?
see, this might not be the best interview, guys, because
No, keep it real. If you
No,
didn't
not
have
at all.
those,
Well, that's amazing.
I know.
Honestly, like
Yeah.
not everyone has like the mental emotional fortitude to be able to like stay on top of like this disability and keep your attitude, like
Yeah.
afloat.
yeah,
It's easy to like succumb to the bullshit, the haters, the people trying to put you down, because kids are gnarly. Kids are
It was
rough,
definitely. I mean, but for me, and like I said, I was a weird kid. I never felt bad that they were like, I didn't feel bullied. I felt like they needed help. more
Yeah.
so.
You
So I actually
had that
became.
perspective that early on.
I swear to God, yeah.
We are
And I
like
actually got
30 years behind.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
saying.
we're still trying to find that perspective.
Well, I remember one time I got an award for befriending my bully. And
Stop.
I swear,
Let's
I got
hear
an
this
award,
story.
and he had to come up on stage with me. And
No way.
yeah.
That is
This is
And
great.
the sweetest revenge.
we almost
Yeah.
became lovers, though. Senior prom, you know who you are. We
Wow.
should have kissed, but it's fine. I'm engaged now,
you didn't
and
pull the trigger,
very
bro?
happy.
Okay. Wow.
So
His loss.
what kind of bully was this guy?
He just, I don't think, understood. I mean, being disabled, it's people don't understand. It's not our fault. I mean,
Yeah.
even if you do injure yourself, it's not your fault. This is just this is it. This
Right.
is it happened. You can't blame yourself.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't blame people who bully other people. When you don't understand something, apparently the way to react is be mean about it. And I don't get that, but I sympathize with people who do view it that way.
Plus,
Yeah.
we're easy targets, I think, too.
Yeah, so he was going through, his parents were divorcing, his dad was his best friend, and he was leaving the house. And I get that. I have divorced parents, and I understand. And so I kind of was like, just, you know, I don't know. I was this little adamant kid, and I was probably in like 4th or 5th grade, and I thought he was cute. And I became friends with him, and I was like, every time he was mean, I just laughed it off or gave it back. If you can't take it,
Yeah.
you can't give it.
Yeah.
If you can't give it, you can't take it.
Yeah.
So you're going to bully me. Okay, I'm not going to bully you, but I'm going to be sarcastic with you back.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I kind of thank him for the personality I have today.
Do you credit that to like maybe your family? Like
No, not at all.
Where did you find that strength or that individuality? Like, where would you like credit that to? Was it like where did it come from?
Literally, no idea. I love my family, love them so much. But no, I'm
Okay.
the black sheep of the family with the personality.
Yeah.
They literally have silent dinners without me. And my siblings text and go, please come over. We need talking.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're
No one
not
can,
talking?
No one's going to shut you up, though.
Oh.
Oh, my dad
I
tries.
love you, and I don't want you to shut up
No.
because everything is gold that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
And speaking of gold coming out of your mouth, your voice,
Oh.
maybe that
An angel.
hasn't been mentioned yet, but it's kind of a mix between Fergie and Jesus,
Yes.
if I had to throw
beautiful.
it out there.
It's beautiful.
So was singing always a part of your life, or when did music become like a part of you?
My family, I come from a Mexican background. My mom's side of the family.
Really?
And yeah.
You look white.
I am the whitest one.
Yeah.
My mom looks Scottish. It's weird.
Okay.
She's got like red curly hair.
No
Alright.
way.
Yeah.
That's
but
awesome.
it's fluent in Spanish. All my
Yes.
cousins are Mexican, and it's like I
Do
grew
you
up
speak
with a,
Spanish?
No, I wish.
Okay.
I'm the only one. I go to like the freaking parties and I don't know what they're saying. I can say one thing and it means the donkey knows more than you, and my cousins taught it to me.
Nice.
Yeah, and so I say it a lot.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so big Mexican families, we love music, and
Yeah.
my whole family is musically talented on my
really?
mom's side, not my dad's.
Okay.
Love you guys, but not on my dad's. And my mom's voice is literally my voice.
Really?
And so my mom has this story that she tells me that when I was born with my disability, she said, "Dear God, if you can't give her my legs, at least give her my voice."
Wow.
And I swear to God, we sound exactly the same.
That is
No
amazing.
way.
That's awesome.
Have you guys ever done any duets or
Yeah.
sang together? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
so my
gosh.
uncle is a pastor at his own church,
Uh-huh.
and so he did talent shows, and we did songs together.
Oh my god.
And we go to karaoke, and people lose their minds when my mom, because her name's Marna as well.
Really?
So big Marna. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never heard a mom give like I've never seen a daughter who's a junior.
Yeah.
So my parents were obviously not together when I was born, but they created me, you know, they had a little fun.
Okay.
And my dad did love my mom, and he
Yeah.
was like, I just love your name so much. We have to name her Marna. My name was going to be Maria.
No way.
Maria.
Can't even see it.
Right?
Can't see it. You
I'm
were
not a
you were
Maria.
you
I'm a
were
Marna.
destined to be Marna.
Yeah.
Is your name completely like hers?
No, her name's Marna Lee, and I'm Marna Michelle.
Okay, so you're not like a.
Love it.
Could you even be a junior with?
I don't know.
With
Well,
women?
people lose their minds though. Like they're like, what? I've never heard of that before.
You
Yeah.
can tell people what to do.
Especially nowadays, bro. Let me
No,
live.
You got to stay off that.
I love it though.
Dude, so you said was it your dad's a pastor or someone else?
No, my
uncle.
mom's uncle.
Your mom's uncle.
Yeah.
So is like faith something that's been important to you throughout the years? Not so much.
Yeah, so I grew up with Catholic background. I'm not Catholic myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what I am. I just believe in God.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
talk to him, pray to him. I have
Spirituality,
a
yeah.
deceased brother, and
Mm-hmm.
I talk to him, and I know he's in heaven. Like
What happened there?
he got in a motorcycle accident
At what age?
at 19, and I was 16.
Oh,
Yeah.
So were you guys pretty close too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was my
Sorry.
stepbrother, but we were really close.
Yeah.
You actually remind me a lot of him, and that's why I kind of clung to you when I met you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know I
There's
did.
so
I
many-
love
here
Sunny.
we go. Here we
There's
go.
so many nuggets. This is like the
Okay.
most, like, so many facts
Oh, when I met
about our
Sunny.
relationship that I've
Yeah.
never known.
Honestly, like I feel like I'm meeting you for the first time.
Well,
Like you
This
know
is
what I mean?
awesome because you guys are meeting for the first time, so
Yeah.
we're all in this together.
Yeah.
all in this together.
I feel like you're an onion though. Every time
That's a High School Musical reference.
Oh, I didn't know.
Because you're a loot. No, I'm just kidding.
wow.
But so
Shots
I don't
fired.
know, High School Musical, but when I went to China for work in 2012, I did have
so you
a
brought-
group
you-
of
you
girls.
brought the
rushing
Think
Rona
you
me.
were
back.
Zac
Thinking I
Efron.
was Zac Efron.
Guys, when Marty rolled into the gym, I
Shut-
about died. Okay, Sunny is retired. Marty is here.
Wow.
Oh
This guy
my
went to
God.
best thing
Meals
ever.
on
Best thing
wheels.
ever.
Yeah.
Look at
Oh,
him. He's
please.
look at the guy.
No, it's just the Mike Trout jersey.
Yeah.
Just because I'm wearing greatness doesn't mean
Ugh,
I'm great.
Trout.
It's okay.
I'm kind of mad you're hiding the hair today though. You did have
I
a good
know, I
hair
did
day
have
when I
the
first
flow.
came in.
He's
yeah.
got so much hair. It's
I know.
stupid.
Yeah.
I do have a lot of hair right now. Yeah, for sure. But I was gonna say along the lines of like faith,
Okay.
spirituality, and us being disabled, as easy targets. I think it's because we stand out. We look different than everybody else, and I think especially these days, in America and even beyond, it's just like there's so much turmoil and hate, and I think everybody, just looks to what's different, and even though they may disagree or can't sympathize or even empathize or see themselves in other people, it's like I feel like, and I don't mean to get preachy on it, but it's like we're all like, God's children, and God loves every single one of us the same. And I feel like, dude, like if he loves this person as much as he loves me and made us completely different, then why the hell am I not to love them the same?
Yeah.
And it's like just because someone looks different, it just, if you got to have a good relationship with God, if that's what you choose. I mean, I think it would, lead to a lot of good. But I think people just aren't in touch with themselves. They aren't in touch with God. They aren't in touch with reality, when they see other people that are different, they just put them down. So I think we could use a lot more love, and I think spirituality can heal a lot of the divide going on these days.
That was powerful.
That's
powerful.
That's how I feel, man.
That's powerful. I'm glad you got on your soapbox today and said that. We need to
Can't
encourage.
stand on it. Someone had to push me up
Yeah.
onto it.
There was a ramp.
There was a ramp.
It's easy to spread a lot of hate these days,
Yeah.
especially with everything we see and it's filtered and stuff. But I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, well, we're trying to spread the love. That's why we brought the most loving, sassy, loving lady.
Love and light.
What was
Yeah.
your high school experience like? Transitioning back to you.
Really quick, can I say one thing
Yeah,
about
no, go
Please for it. do,
piggybacking off of you?
Yeah.
I agree with you of keeping the faith, and also what people need to realize, and it's something that really I love saying this: disability is not discriminative, and it can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
Which you guys are beautiful examples of that. And I mean, selfishly, I'm actually like happy they're a part of my community because otherwise
Totally.
we wouldn't know each other.
Right.
We wouldn't have these experiences. Wheel talks wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
So faith brought you here
For real.
because you didn't give up. And you created this whole life for yourself.
Totally.
Yeah. So I totally agree with Marty.
And
on
it's
that.
allowed us to flourish in so many different ways.
Yeah.
You said like you're thankful. Like Crippled is beautiful. You have done things in your life that maybe you never would have if it wasn't the case, that you had arthrogryposis. And same for me.
You're nailing that today.
God.
Man,
Say
on
it.
fire.
Say it.
No, I'm good.
Say it.
Try.
I can spell
no,
it.
not when I'm on the spot, guys.
spell
Allow
it.
me to organically get it out one time. I will though, for sure.
Okay, I'm going to spell it.
Yeah.
ARTHROGRYPOSIS.
All I heard was Arthur. Arthroryposis. Arthroryposis.
Arthur. No, but to answer your question about high school was great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I mean, I was bullied for sure. I had a bad bully who even threatened my life, and but she was going through some shit. I mean, it was
Yeah.
bad. So I wasn't too affected by it. Like, yes, I would have my days where I go home and I look in the mirror and I go, well, my biggest issue was I never had a boyfriend. Okay, that was my biggest thing.
Yeah, I was
Why
gonna
didn't
ask about
guys
that.
love me? Why couldn't I'm like you said, I'm a loving lady.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm kind of cute.
Yeah.
I'm a
yeah,
snack
girl.
and a half. Like, I don't understand.
It's not only that, it's your energy.
It's my
is
energy.
magnetic.
But
It's
apparent-
attractive.
Thank you.
100%,
Stop it.
yeah.
My fiance thinks so too. I wish he was in high school with me.
Yeah.
But no, it all happened the way it's supposed to happen, and I never gave up on love. But I would say my hardest part of high school was that I was never asked to dances. I never had a Valentine. I never had
it breaks my
a
heart.
boyfriend. Yeah, it does. And looking back, I feel bad for Marna because I'm just like, high school love is fun.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, like, I made out with a guy here or there. Girls too, whatever.
Oh, so you still
But-
were able to kind of.
Don't limit yourself.
So
Right.
you still had like the the little makeout sessions, or you still?
Yeah, I still had
flirting here and
attention
there?
and
Okay.
boys and little relationships, but they never liked
Materialized.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just, oh, I'll kiss you here and now, right now, we're gonna have a good time,
Yeah.
and then I'm just never gonna talk to you again, which I know happens in the real world and
Yeah.
with able-bodied people.
Yeah.
But all my friends had boyfriends, and all my friends got asked to dances. I asked one guy to the dance, and he ditched me.
Shut up.
Yeah, he ditched me for
You're a
my
piece, bro.
friend.
What kind of dance was it?
It was winter formal. You know who
Okay.
you are. Your name rhymes with Toto.
There is a list.
Yes.
Get-
Oh,
put
I
up on
got
Saturday.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
But no,
No doxing.
it was sad. But looking back, I'm like, okay, it was meant to happen. And then I asked my best friend to my junior prom, which was the first year I could go to prom.
Yeah.
Never got asked by a guy, so I asked this kid I assumed was gay. Guess what? I was right. He's my gay best friend.
Love
Okay.
it.
His
Okay.
name is Scott, and I love him so much.
Nice.
And we're still best friends to this day.
That's
Awesome.
awesome.
So let's say if I had gotten asked by a guy, I wouldn't have known Scott and had this amazing friend.
For sure.
Right.
So I believe truly everything happens the way it's supposed to and the way
Yeah,
it's intended.
agreed.
Even if you're not happy with it in the moment.
And I think there's a big common denominator. Wow.
We
I can
can't
say
talk
some
today.
I'm
things.
spreading it.
I get
I
Something
can't talk
better.
today either.
But
Yes.
just like immaturity, obviously in high school,
Yeah.
it just runs rampant, especially with guys.
Yeah.
I think girls mature a little bit quicker than guys. I mean,
100%.
I didn't mature till I think I was like 32 or whatever.
Last year.
Whatever yesterday
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
No, man, but especially in dealing with disability, it's kind of not. It doesn't have to be an adult subject, but I think it takes a level of maturity and understanding, for people to truly see past themselves, especially like selfish teenagers that are only worried, about
Yeah.
themselves and shit like that.
Well, they're also worried what
So-
their friends are going to say.
Right,
We're always
even
trying to
those
fit in
things
and
are
be
stupid
popular.
factors, Yeah.
Oh, see, I never dealt with that with friends. Like, I was friends with everyone. But I
Good.
will say with my siblings, I had a scenario where my sibling said, oh, just ignore my sister. She's disabled. And I heard him and go, what?
Shut the
What was
front
the- what was
door,
the
dude,
situation
really?
for
We
that?
were at Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, okay. And you're acting a fool or what?
No, I just was like the little kid sister that wanted to hang out with the big brother. But,
Okay.
Run
and
over that.
and it hurt. And so I had to like take him aside later on. But I was also young, so they take what you're saying not very
Yeah.
seriously. But I did. I told him, I said, it's one thing to say it's my little sister, but the disabled part, why you
Yeah.
got to throw that in there?
For
They
real.
can see.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And clearly you have the issue, not them. So yeah, even your family has to sometimes learn, because he was young at the time. And I don't think he intended for it to be this horrible malice thing,
Yeah.
I think another gift you have too is how transparent you are.
Oh,
You're
got it.
able to be honest with people, and I think that's a hard trait for most people to have or to develop. But
I was the biggest
You're
liar growing up.
really,
Really?
I was
okay.
a pathological
Because
liar
you're
girlfriend.
blunt now. I
Yeah.
feel like the truth just
You
doesn't.
gotta live
escape
with the
you.
truth,
Yeah.
because lying brought me nothing but garbage. I'm not gonna lie anymore. There ain't no
What
reason.
things would you lie about?
Oh, stupid shit. Like if I hid something or ate something or stole something or
Okay.
told, I even tell my friends if they look stupid in an outfit now, like, cause I'd rather be honest, and I'm not mean about it. I'm
Right.
very kind about it. But,
Sometimes.
well, with you, I mean, you're a different story. You're sunny. His name may be bright, but he is not.
Wow. Wow. Jeez.
I had to. It
Wow.
was funny.
He's getting excited over there. Wow.
That was good, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. That was
soft
real
and
good.
everything. She
That was real
cracked
good. Cut the
herself
tape. Cut the tape.
That was a
outta here.
knee
That
slapper.
was
Yeah.
a good one.
If I could slap my knee, I would
There you
slap
go.
it.
There you go. I'll slap it for you.
Oh my
Anyways,
goodness.
I don't know what I was saying before that,
Anyways,
because that was amazing.
That was great. What I want to say too, so like, maybe high school is one experience. Eventually things change.
Yeah.
I mean, you're engaged now. Like, how did dating kind of evolve for you? And, when did you kind of like establish a little more confidence in the game, being like, yo, I got this. Like, me is enough.
That's a good question, Marty.
Yeah. I was thinking the same one too.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, I would say dating has been the hardest thing. Being disabled I've dealt with so many surgeries and obstacles.
Right.
But dating is just, it affects you, because
sure.
you want to find your person.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're like, oh my God, if I could walk, or if
Right.
I didn't need help with this, or,
Right.
I mean, I have to bring ramps to any party I'm ever invited to.
For sure.
What guy wants to handle that, you know? And then you get that thought process in your brain. What guy wants to handle? Don't ever do that. Don't put
Yes.
thoughts and words in other people's mouths, because my fiance is a glorious human being who doesn't give a damn what he has to bring to help me get into a building.
Right.
So true.
Love him. But I like, I can't even say the words. It was like in my brain that it's so much work to date a disabled person.
Oh God, that hits home.
Right.
That
Yeah.
hits home.
If you love someone, but that's the thing, you got to get to love, I think. If you love someone, it doesn't matter if you're disabled, because I love Rob, but he's got a lot of shit too that I have to deal with. And I always say, like, he nurtures me and takes care of me, but I also take care of him mentally. I show him as much love as I possibly can. And it was when I was in my previous serious relationship that I learned, okay, don't settle. You deserve love, and you give it good. I mean, I'm a great girlfriend. I'm a great fiance. I'm tooting my own horn.
Yeah.
But I'm good at listening. I understand. I'm very patient. I'm disabled. We have to be patient.
Yes.
I mean, it's just something we have to deal with.
Yeah, that's something that we have touched on, like, through
Self-love.
our Wheel Relationship series. There's so many things that, because of our disability, that grow stronger. I feel like my mental and emotional capacity has deepened so much, since I got hurt.
Yeah.
My ability to be patient, my compassion, patience, all the things, there's so much more that we learn to give because of what we go through on a day-to-day basis. I just think it, like, breeds such like a genuine love, and there's definitely people out there, and you said you almost exclude them at the get-go, because you, like, start making excuses for what they may have to do or what they may want or not want to do.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started dating, it was just, I had all those things in my mind, so I hid every bit of my disability. And it's like, I'm not going to show the wheelchair. I'm not going to tell them about this toe we're in love, and then they won't care. Yeah. And it's like, dude, don't, like, put those people out. It's like, if people are into it,
because your disability is a part of you too,
and
that's what they need to love,
Right.
not just you.
Right.
They gotta love your disability too.
Yep,
just
absolutely.
like you can't live your life without at least appreciating what this disability has brought to you.
Right.
Can
Absolutely.
you? I mean, I would feel like that's just not a very wholesome life of being like, oh, I fucking hate everything. Sorry if I'm cussing. I'm not
no.
okay.
You also kind of touched on this with me. Is I was so uncomfortable with my disability. It was hard to be around other people that were disabled.
Yes.
Because it was a touch of reality.
Yeah.
Like, damn, I'm just like this person across from me. And it was hard for me to deal with that in the beginning.
Yeah.
How I wish you looked at it was like that you weren't alone.
Right.
It's not just affecting you.
Exactly.
There's a lot of us out there.
I think we, because I relate with Sunny too. I almost didn't want to see myself in the person that had a spinal cord injury for 25 years. I'm like, I've been doing this for one, and fuck that. No way do I want to do this. So, I can be in the same park as you, where we don't want to see ourselves in that. But that's because we haven't grieved yet. I think the stubbornness, in myself and probably Sunny, like, we were fighting it. We're in denial still, and that grieving process hadn't naturally occurred to the next level of acceptance yet. And it's definitely a process, and it's difficult for sure. A lot of people don't make it through, but don't shy away from that support when there's people that, you could find an identity in. And that doesn't mean you need to give up hope either, because miracles can happen. I mean, science and technology is moving so fast. I mean, we can get into that a whole nother episode, but it's like, don't give up hope just because you're trying to find support in people that are going through what you are,
Born with a disability, though, do you grieve? Like, how do you, again, is it you've never experienced it so you don't miss it?
So, I walked with leg braces until I was 13. And it was really funny because I was just talking to my dad, because I feel like my family has more of a grieving for my, like, times of walking.
Okay.
They miss it more than I do.
Really?
Because for me, I'm not in pain. For me, walking was painful. It hurt, but I did it because I wanted to walk,
Right.
And it was more accessible. I could do more things. But
What hurt? Like, your legs?
So I wore leg braces all the way up to my thighs. So I would get chafing and cuts all in the back of my thighs. My joints, my cartilage in my knees gave out completely. So I don't have cartilage in my knees
Would
anymore.
you use crutches?
Really?
Or?
No.
Damn.
I just walked like Forrest Gump.
Okay. All right.
I tried running and making them break off, and it didn't.
Didn't happen?
Forgive me if this is a stupid question. you know, because your cartilage broke down your knees like that, is it something where you can get a knee replacement to help support more, or is that like out of the picture too because of the musculature and everything around it?
So not a knee replacement. I do know that there's like cartilage injections, but I'm genuinely happy the way I am.
Good for
I
you.
don't want to be injected and poked and prodded. They offered me. Do you want to know what they offered me?
Sure.
I had 2 offers to not be in a wheelchair. It was to get a surgery where they would fuse my bones straight and I could walk for the rest of my life, but my legs would constantly be sticking out straight. And I'm like, how the hell am I going to go on dates? Again, dating was very important to me.
Yeah.
And then the other one was to chop off my leg above the knee, I believe, and give me prosthetics. I have perfectly gorgeous legs, okay? You know, they're my little chunkies and I love them. And I feel and I move and, you know, I don't want to get rid of them.
Oh, that's actually something that you brought up. So your sensation is normal.
Yeah, and I can move them.
Okay, yeah.
So you have no sensation problems like a spinal cord injury, nothing like that. You could actually move your legs. You just can't fully stand.
So
Can you stand though?
No.
Okay.
It made a weird noise in my mouth.
That's the noise of standing.
Yeah. But the way that I explain it to people is that my muscles are just too weak for my body to hold.
Okay.
And, my muscles are too weak to hold my body and my joints are too stiff to straighten. So I can't straighten my leg. If someone pulled your leg, could you straighten it out?
I could straighten it as like I'm getting like stood up.
Yeah, so like they go straight.
My muscles are so tight from being in this 90-degree angle.
Yeah.
So when you pull, it really resists and wants to lock back at that 90 degrees. You kind of have to, it's almost like easing a horse's leg up when you're trying to change its shoe, right?
Yeah, good job.
So it's like you got to like ease it so it chills out. But like if I go quick with it, like it throws me into a spasm and like it's pretty gnarly. So you kind of have to take it easy. It's like, yes, it can go straight, but it's a process.
So I get frustrated when people just throw my legs in bed. I always tell them, grab under the knee.
And hold it because it's like,
because it locks out, it's like, you know, we're getting shocked.
See, and I don't deal with spasms like you guys do.
Okay.
So that's something, I wanted to circle back really quick to what you guys were saying about dealing with this whole spinal cord injury thing. I don't know how to see. I don't even know how to say it.
Circle back.
But and I'm going to be super transparent. Like I said, I'm super honest.
Yeah.
But I can totally see the difference of when you both first came to the gym. Because here I am, someone who's been this way forever. I haven't lost anything. And I don't grieve. You know, I'm done. I'm happy. This is my life. And then you guys came in, and I was so excited. And I was like, oh, my God, new people. And they're cute. And you could tell I was super happy that these, you know, more people are coming into the gym. You know, they're cute. I'm ready. Like, I'm going to befriend these people.
Yeah.
Very resistant. And I think you were, but not in a bad way. You weren't mean. They were very kind.
Yeah.
But I think it was more of like, I'm not ready for this life yet, you know?
I can see that.
And now I just, like, it just exudes off you guys that, you know, you're going to make a difference in the world. And it's because of these things and this disability that you've got.
It's a catalyst for change that we didn't want
or
expect, but we've learned to accept, embrace it, and you know, like
and
leverage
who
it.
would want it? I mean, I commend you guys. You're amazing.
Oh, thanks. Wow.
I'm the interviewer now.
Wow.
Crippled is beautiful is now interviewing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. What are Sonny and I doing here? Like, we can do the rest of the episode just you asking us questions, but that's boring. Everyone knows our BS. So
I'm your biggest fan.
Well, let's get back into music a little bit because that's such a big part of your life. You know, when did music really take a hold of you? I know you said, you know, your mom's side of the family is very talented in that area. When did you start kind of taking it more seriously, or how did you get into singing as much as you have?
I won a talent show in 6th grade.
Yes. What did you sing?
I sang a song by Shania Twain called "When." It was amazing.
I think I've heard it. Yeah,
it was amazing.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But
Shania's
actually, touching back on the whole walking and then transferring or becoming wheelchair bound. It was right around when I couldn't walk anymore and my legs were starting to like give out and the pain was becoming excruciating. Yeah. But all of my friends that I grew up with knew me as Marna, the one who could walk. Just, you know, she had braces.
Yeah.
So I showed up to the talent show in my wheelchair for the first time, and I was on stage in front of all my peers in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And they freaked out, like they were upset that I was in a wheelchair, like, oh, I gave up.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but they don't know. I mean, it's 6th grade. How old are you? 12?
12.
Yeah, so they didn't know.
How tall were you back then? Were you always like, the
I
small?
mean, I'm like only 4 foot right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, were you like, did you stand out
Oh my
like
God.
height wise?
I was teeny tiny.
Okay.
So in kindergarten, I was the size of a toddler.
Okay.
Okay.
And then in 6th grade, I was the size of maybe a 1st grader. I was tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was super skinny. Wish I was still like that. Jesus.
Oh shit, you're beautiful,
and
girl.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was
Own
ugly.
it, yeah.
Just saying.
Oh.
Just more of me to love. But it was funny to see their reactions of like, oh my God, why is she not walking? But then I started singing, and they're like, oh my gosh, she can sing.
Blown. Was this
And
the first time you actually did that publicly?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was the first time I sang, and
It's awesome.
it was great. It was really cool, and I killed it, and I won.
Nice.
Good for you.
And
Was it a power chair you rolled in, or was it a
no,
manual one?
Manual one.
Okay.
So I can't quite remember, but I believe my mom pushed me out on stage because I also have short arms. So I pushing
And not
myself.
full range either.
Yeah, now I can as an adult, but back then I
Okay,
also
yeah.
wasn't acclimated to it. It wasn't something
Right.
I
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
How was it writing? For school, like you had to, like writing papers and things like that.
I have full function in my hands, so it's pretty good.
Like you have dexterity in all your fingers and stuff.
Yeah, I will say I did physical therapy up until I was about 17, and then they cut you off at 18.
Yeah.
So, but my therapists were amazing. My hands, when I was born, my hands were balls like this.
Okay.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, and so she actually stretched them out, so now I can fully use my hands.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
My left hand is my weakest hand, and I think it's the ugliest hand, but now I got this diamond on it, and
Yeah,
I
this
have the
little
word
something,
hope
something.
tattooed on
I
my
love it.
hand.
Yeah, I love that. That's cute. Okay.
Yeah, see, that's so dumb with therapy stopping just because you're 18. And when you see, like, oh, you stretch your fingers and your hands, little occupational therapy, oh, look, now you can write.
Yeah.
That's such a problem where even me, like, I literally have gotten better over the 8 years that I got hurt, but I get 10 sessions a year and it stops because I don't show enough progress quickly enough for them to justify paying for therapy. And it's like, yeah, it's a whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in a powered wheelchair, and I need it to raise up tall because, first off, drinking at a bar and being low is just stupid.
Yeah.
But for actual reasons like doing dishes and doing laundry and reaching things in the fridge, it's necessary. Medical companies don't think it's necessary for them to go up anymore, so they're trying to stop it.
Come on.
Because it costs too much money.
Yeah, I can attest
Of which
to that.
they get to charge insurance like
Yes.
60 grand
Yeah.
for a freaking chair.
That's the problem. Like if I
Wow,
need a new,
dude.
like I recently saw a bill for new tires or something like that on my chair, and we're talking like $500 to $1,000.
Yeah,
Like,
For
so
tires that are no bigger than a bicycle tire.
it's ridiculous.
So I can
I
only
know a guy
imagine.
that can get you tires, by the way, so call me up.
I will definitely.
I mean, I get it. Business needs to be profit motivated, but don't tell me there's not discrimination.
This is discrimination for sure. I mean,
this whole area of equipment. I got a toilet cushion for $700 one
Jeez.
time. It's like, come on, dude. Yeah. It's literally balloons in a circle.
That's
like,
ridiculous.
Give me a break. Yeah, dude. So they just charge out the.
So after the talent show, where did you go on with your singing?
Moving on, Marty.
I just became the girl that sang. So I sang at everything. I got hired to sing at parties. I did the national anthem, which has been one of my staples.
Yes.
You did at Angel Stadium. I know that.
I've
Where
done
else
the
have you
Angel
done
Stadium.
that?
So amazing.
I've sang with the Verizon Amphitheater. I sang at the Verizon Amphitheater with the South Coast Symphony.
No
Okay.
way.
Yeah, that was
Good for
amazing.
you.
In front of
That's so
15,000 people. It was
Nice.
What?
It was amazing. That was for the 4th of July 2 years ago. I've sung with the Long Beach Symphony. I've been on American Idol.
Wait. Hold up. Kind of a big deal.
A little bit.
Let's not gloss
Little
over
bit.
that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can we get into that a little bit?
Yes.
Dude, okay, so
You've tried out for The Voice too, as well, right?
Every single
Every
show.
single sing show.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, okay.
tell us about that process of like trying to get in, like, auditioning. I know there's like the live auditions, but like, what's the process of getting into something like that?
So it's a lot more than you think. There's auditions before the auditions. So
sure.
stuff that's not televised.
You send those in, like a video audition?
No, sometimes it's a video audition. I was recruited for American Idol this last year.
Okay.
Someone found me on social media and asked me to audition, and
awesome.
I actually got to just go straight to the producer judges.
When they asked you to audition, was it because of your situation, or okay,
No.
they didn't specify that?
No,
or?
he was a great
Okay.
guy. His name was David, and he solely liked me for my voice.
That's
I
gotta
think
feel good.
obviously there's a story, and they always want a story. I mean,
Sure.
able-bodied people have stories, and
Yeah.
they,
Right.
But no, I don't think he recruited me for my wheelchair. And when I went in, I sang 3 songs, 2 originals and 1 cover.
Nice.
Okay.
And I
What was the cover?
Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston.
Oh, I love that song.
My girl.
Dance
my
with
favorite.
somebody.
Yeah,
Ooh,
do it
see,
again.
I got deep right
One
there.
more. That was.
I just want to feel some. All right.
You want to feel somebody? That's
Isn't that I want to feel the heat? Is it the same
That's
song?
it. I want to feel the heat with somebody.
Okay, that's where I was going.
There
with
you
that
go,
one, but I forgot the
Marty's
words.
good.
I forgot the
Goodness,
words. Okay.
All right.
All right.
We should start a cripple idol. Woo!
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
I
we're
would
so
dominate.
singing at the end of this episode.
I'd be like the guy who talks slow in all the Boys and Men song. I know you really stepped out on me, baby,
Yeah,
but I still
baby.
love you.
Just be
Yeah, baby.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, I could do that.
But yeah, it was. Out of all of the experiences I've ever had, it was clearly the best because I made it onto the show. I met Ryan Seacrest, met Katy Perry, Lionel Richie, Luke Bryan.
So amazing.
Yeah.
How authentic is that show, though?
Well, how authentic is any show? You would know. You've been on TV.
Yeah, but I mean, like, so the going in process. I mean, how many people did you audition with? Do you think? Were
No,
there?
it was a lot. So they do. I'm trying to phrase it right. Hold on.
Okay, take
All
your time.
good.
Take
It's
your
not.
time.
They do massive auditions where you go and there's millions of people.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you audition in front of producer judges.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And then
millions.
millions. So I mean, it's dwindled down. I mean, I went up against millions. Really.
Okay.
I did.
Crazy.
So
And
just
then
to get
when
it
we
on
made
TV,
it to
you're
where
like,
to celebrity judges is I would say like the second, third round. When we made it to the celebrity judges, there was probably, I would say in the day that I went, there was only about 75 to 80 people in the room, but that was just the one day because they do the auditions all weekend. So there's 80
Okay.
each day, I would say. And so I'm not good at math. I'm a singer, but that's a lot of people.
yeah, for sure.
yeah,
And
Totally.
And it's an all day process. I mean, I got there the night before. We spent the night in a hotel. My mom and my fiance and I. None of us slept. It was ridiculous.
I can't
so
imagine.
excited.
Did you have some nerves going?
I wasn't nervous. I was really amped. And then
Yeah.
it also just sealed the deal that this is what I meant to do. Because I genuinely was the only person that like didn't complain about the process, and I loved being interviewed. I love
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah.
And it's like, how often is this going to happen? Like, why would I complain that
I'm
this
really
is all
glad
day?
you enjoyed it.
It was
you
so
know?
good, dude. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Ryan Seacrest was great, super hot.
Is
great
he small
teeth.
too, though?
He's skinny. He's not too short, but I'm also only 4 foot, so I
Okay.
don't really know.
So you guys were eye level?
No,
See, like I don't have any gauge anymore of like how tall people are.
No, I mean,
because you're always
Like,
looking up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be at the gym and like I work with Joey all the time.
He's
And
a
then-
little dude.
And then I stand up, I'm like, oh shit, bro, I'm actually pretty tall.
Yeah.
You know, no offense, Joe. I love you,
Yeah.
bro.
I
It's
noticed how
just like
tall
it's
you guys
it's
are.
crazy. Like I'll stand up and then all of a sudden, it's like, why is everything so low?
Yeah.
You know, it's you just lose
It
that
was weird
perspective.
too when we were in the standing frames together, and I was like towered over you too. I was
I
like,
know you were like 6'1", maybe.
like 6'8",
I was like
for
6'3".
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're definitely 5'10".
sure.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
So how many rounds did you make it on there?
I made it to Hollywood Week, so
Okay.
it's like 3 rounds.
How is that feeling of you're going to Hollywood?
Yeah.
Like when they hand you that golden ticket, does that feel
I don't know. It's like
amazing?
yeah. Okay, so the
You
whole
started
thing is I've
crying and everything?
auditioned for American Idol itself 12 times. So I've
No
auditioned
way.
every
Wow.
single year since I was 16.
Wow.
And sometimes I would audition like twice in a year because I just
Uh-huh.
want to be on the show.
Yeah.
And I will say like doing the interviews was more of the part where like I would get teary eyed because I'm like, oh my God, like Kelly Clarkson did this and Carrie Underwood did this and like Clay Aiken did this.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Like this is crazy. Getting the ticket to Hollywood was weird. I don't really remember. I blacked out for sure.
Had to be a blur.
I blacked out.
Yeah.
I'm also blind. Like I need glasses and I didn't wear them in there.
Oh,
so
really?
like I couldn't see them.
Wow.
No
And
way.
then-
No contacts or anything?
No, I can't
Oh
wear
my
contacts.
gosh.
And so anyways, it's just like blurry and then you're really far away from them. And
Yeah.
then they all stood up and they're like, well, you're going to Hollywood. And I like kind of, you can see it on TV. Like I'm like elated.
Yeah.
Watching it back, I'm like, oh God, I showed emotion. Thank goodness. Because I
Uh-huh.
thoroughly don't remember.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
It was it was insane. So it was definitely the best experience of my life.
What was it
though.
like seeing yourself on TV?
Horrible.
Was that the first time you've
Come
seen yourself on
on.
TV?
No. Kind
you're,
of.
You're so like you were your bubbly self. Like you were so fun
That's
and so
my proudest
authentic.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seeing how authentic I was the
Yeah.
best.
Mhm.
But seeing yourself on TV.
Yeah, you tend to
super
pick-
judgmental and
you pick yourself apart. Yeah,
and it's hard.
Marty wouldn't know,
but
but
I-
I understand what you're saying.
I
Bro,
liked how
Are you kidding me? What's the
You're
number
like the
220
most
thing on Twitter,
famous
bro?
person
Please.
here.
I know.
I got views, bro.
Marty's the
I got
celeb.
views.
We're just trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're just sidebars to him.
Dumpster fire and
Dumpster
hot
fire.
mess.
Yeah.
Ooh, is that our single?
Yes. Ooh. Yeah.
my God.
Okay. We gotta write those lyrics.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
So
please
did you have a viewing party with your family, friends? Okay.
I did. We at my mom's house, we had a viewing party, and a bunch of people came. My producer from my first album that I dropped like a year before American Idol, he came with his girlfriend. So yeah, a lot. My brothers came.
You have
from
an
out of
album?
town. Yeah, I have an album.
What's your name of your album?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can we throw up that graphic?
How many songs
right
we got
here?
on this thing?
I think it's 6.
All original songs?
All original songs.
Where,
wrote
where's
them
this
too, or-
available?
Everywhere. Every
Okay.
streaming service you can
Mhm.
find. Yeah.
Under Marna Michelle.
Marna Michelle with 1 L.
Oh.
1L.
1 L. I'm
And an E.
Mm-hmm.
We'll flash it up right there. Y'all be able to see.
M-I-C-H-E-L-E, baby.
And are you the songwriter too as
Yeah.
well? Wow, talented.
I have a new single coming out too.
Oh, okay.
We don't have a date, but keep your eyes peeled because it's freaking dope, bro.
All
So, in order to keep your eyes peeled, they probably need to be following you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which they can do on Instagram.
At
Apparently,
Marna
I
Mills.
need to do
At
too.
Marna
So
Mills.
You should follow me.
I thought I did.
Oh,
this is
he
awesome.
thought he did.
So we'll throw her tag up right here. But honestly, like I've seen you sing, like Sonny said, the Goodwill Fitness Center. You do your
Whoa,
own
that is not the name of that place.
Rogers A. Severson Fitness and Technology Center of Orange County.
God
Thank
bless
you.
Or whatever. or whatever.
Yeah,
dot,
or
dot,
whatever. Oh my gosh.
Dot. Anyways. No, but I mean, you kill it on like open mic nights, and you're continuing to like pursue this passion, and it's like, what is it about music that like keeps bringing you back?
So I'm a very positive person, which we can tell. But I do have my downfalls of days that I feel like today. Honestly, getting ready for this morning, I was like, oh my God, I don't want to do this.
What?
I did. I have my moments, I'm a woman.
hurtful.
Jesus. It's rough. But
But you were gonna hang out with us.
But I know the most good-looking people I know. Jesus, oh my God, look at these guys. It's
Man.
crazy. My thing is, being on stage, I don't give a damn how I look because I know I sound good.
Oh, I
Yeah.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that.
Some
That is
confidence.
powerful right there.
I need-
I love that.
God,
I mean-
shed some of that over here.
Yes.
I need that.
Spread the
Dang.
love.
I
That
mean,
is
I
nice.
thank the viewers, like my fans. I hate saying I have fans, but I
Yeah,
do.
totally
Whether
do.
they're family or friends, I always get told, I really enjoyed listening to you. I really enjoyed watching you perform. And that's what keeps me going.
Right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and because you're a songwriter, you have a story to tell. You have words to share with people. And I think that's one thing that's so evident in music is the ability to feel something from someone's lyrics, from someone's experience, or just even just how it sounds. If it just makes you feel good and vibe for a second, like, damn, that's like all someone may need to change their day.
Mm-hmm.
And I think music honestly has been probably one of my biggest coping mechanisms. You can ask anyone in this house all day. I have the music going from the time I wake up, in the bathroom, while I'm working, late at night. I even have sounds on while I'm sleeping. It's like I just need that,
Definitely.
It's like it tunes out all the BS, and I just get to soak it in. That's what I
Yeah.
love.
You've actually wrote some songs about some of the adversities you've had in life too, right?
Yeah, I have. Wow. I've written a song called Bravery,
Okay.
which I dedicated to my arthrogryposis crew.
Yeah.
Because every single person with arthrogryposis I know has the outlook like mine. Like,
Yeah.
we're genuinely super positive, brave
amazing.
human beings. It's insane. Like, I'm blessed to know.
Yeah.
Growing up, I didn't know anyone with arthrogryposis. And now I have this full community because of Instagram and social
So
media.
awesome. So
It's insane.
awesome,
We have
yeah.
arthrogryposis conventions. And I was supposed to go to one this year for the first year.
Oh my God. And then
And
COVID.
COVID came in like
You're
a little
ruining
bitch.
everything, COVID.
Yeah.
God.
God.
Jeez. But yeah, and I have friends now that support Crippled is Beautiful and who
What is Crippled is Beautiful, by the way?
Yeah, tell us
Explain
about
that.
that.
So Crippled is Beautiful is a brand I came up with.
Okay.
Basically and fundamentally, I got called crippled a lot, and I looked up the word, and it literally means can't walk, and they're not wrong. I can't walk. It's not like a bad word, and I want people to realize when they use it, it's not an insult. It's just a fact.
Yeah.
And also, I'm beautiful, and
Oh, yeah.
you're beautiful, and just because we're crippled doesn't mean we can't be beautiful. Like,
Right.
shove it, y'all, you know?
I think owning it's like the most beautiful thing too.
Yeah.
You know?
So I made up a logo, and Rob has a friend. Rob's my fiance. He has a friend who makes logos, and he prints stuff.
Yeah.
And so I drew a little handicap sign with a flower, like the little handicap sign holding the flower.
Yeah.
Well, he kind of transformed it, and it's basically the handicap sign with a flower coming out of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have.
We'll throw it up here.
Yeah,
we'll throw it up so you guys can see.
and I have a website where
amazing.
people who are also disabled can share their blog posts to my website. So it's like a community, and it's any disability, whether you're a little person,
Love it.
your spinal cord injury, arthrogryposis, cerebral palsy, MS, anything, Down syndrome, any disability,
Mentally delayed.
mental, anything like that, or autistic, anything. I don't care what disability. If you just have not just have, it's a major issue, chronic pain.
Right.
Come write a blog and tell the world about your struggles and your hopes and your dreams and how you get through the day.
I love
That's
it.
so amazing. I mean, we're all about disability awareness here, and we want everyone to feel beautiful, no matter how crippled you are. You know, so what is that website? Where can people go to share that?
It's crippledisbeautiful.com. I have
Did
an
you come up with that?
Uh-huh.
Original.
Very
I love
just
it.
flows.
And
Right.
our one of our slogans, it's I don't know if you guys know who Wilma Rudolph is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she had polio, and she overcame polio.
Yeah.
Who does that? And she was a track runner back in the day.
Okay.
Google her
I will.
because she's
I
fantastic.
have no idea who she is, but I will.
What she said is, "I believe in me more than anything else in this world."
Love it.
I don't stand by it because I can't, but I sit by that.
Oh, hell
Yes.
yeah.
I believe in me
Yes.
more than anyone
Love
else in
that.
this world.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
That's amazing. What's the future hold for Marna Michelle? I mean, where are you going? What are you doing right now? Like,
I don't know, man.
tell us with music. I mean,
Well, let's talk about your relationship a little bit, actually, too.
okay, yeah, let's get into Rob.
Yeah, let's get into Rob since he's been mentioned quite a
We
few
can
times.
get
here.
into
If you're playing a
Rob.
drinking
Sure,
game at
that.
home, every
But I
time
do
you hear
like
the
that
name
question, so
Rob,
ask it again.
let's talk about where'd you guys first meet? How was when was
Okay,
this?
we met on Tinder, and it actually kind of goes back to what you were saying about hiding your disability, Marty,
Yeah.
when you
We
started
love touching on
dating.
this. We love touching on this.
Because I canceled our first date because, okay, y'all are boys.
No,
so
no, wait a minute. In your profile, did you include your
Yes,
chair?
I did. Hold,
Okay.
hold,
Oh,
please.
oh, sorry. Oh, got a
Did you
little
not
excited.
ask me
Got
a
little
question?
excited.
I can't hold anything, but you can, bro. Come on.
I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I was very transparent. I'm honest. So I
Yeah.
had pictures
Okay.
of me in my wheelchair. Obviously, my face is my moneymaker.
How long
And
ago was this?
4.5 years ago.
Okay.
Okay.
And I dated a bunch of guys off of Bumble and Tinder.
Yeah.
I even dated a fellow cripple, and he was a
Yeah.
cutie patootie. We're still friends.
Yeah.
Just didn't mesh well.
Uh-huh.
And that was cool to date a fellow cripple off
Yeah, I
of
kind of want to hear
Bumble.
more about that.
Yeah,
Like,
I
why
will.
didn't it
Oh,
mesh?
he was great. We just didn't. Well, he was moving. He's totally gonna watch this
Okay.
because we're friends on Instagram.
Alright.
He was moving to China for like a really long time.
no.
Okay.
He ended up staying forever.
Okay.
He's back now, but
You're like, I only had short-term aspirations,
what
bro.
was-
literally the day that we went on our first date, I was stoked because we're both Crips, right? Like he's
Yeah.
part of my community.
What's
he
his
gets
disability?
it.
The bloods might come out. Okay.
I don't know what his disability was. I can't
Sure.
remember.
Okay.
But it was funny because we connected over leg braces because
Yeah.
Cool.
I walked with leg braces.
Right.
Yeah.
So our first date was fantastic. We went and we had Mai Tais and we got drunk
Love
as
it.
fuck.
Love it.
And we talked about like
Woodies?
disability. Yeah.
Woody's Mai Tai?
Yes.
Ooh.
Monday Mai Tai, $5
Oh my God.
Mondays.
Bring
Yes.
it on. I could go for one of those.
This was years
right
ago,
now.
obviously, because now I'm engaged. But he was a good guy, really liked him. But he was, that day on our first date, he goes, "By the way, I just got offered a job, moved to China." And I was like, "Oh, okay, well, bye."
Sweet.
Yeah.
But we, we still stayed in touch and became friends and talked and stuff and bonded over the disability
Yeah,
because,
that's cool.
like, that's a cool thing to have that experience, to meet someone online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You found the only other disabled person online. It feels like.
Yeah.
So many of us.
And we didn't, and we didn't have to. We didn't have to like feel awkward about it.
No.
Yeah.
I was not nervous at all for that date.
Cool.
Was he in a wheelchair too? I know you have braces.
No, he could just walk with
Oh,
like he
okay.
walked with leg braces.
Gotcha.
Did you find difficulty in dating someone with a disability as far as like the functionality of the relationship? I mean, I know for me, I do genuinely need that help sometimes. And if someone wasn't physically capable, it would cause some friction. Was there any of that you found?
So with him, no, I wouldn't say so because he could walk. So it was like the things
Yeah.
he couldn't do. Well, I mean, no, he was pretty more capable than I am because
Uh-huh.
he could walk.
Right.
And he helped me with things and stuff like that. But no, being with Rob and it's not saying anything against him, the last person, because he was a great guy. but also compatibility wasn't there. We had some things in common, but with like Rob's like my soulmate. Like that kid and I have stupid amounts in common. Personality wise, our views on life. He's like the calmest guy I know, and I'm super sporadic. So that's something we don't have in common, but it completes me and him. And you're right. The help that you get from an able-bodied partner is not something to diminish. I mean, it is important. I've gone on a date with a person in a wheelchair once, and that was weird. I will say.
Okay, why?
Because we couldn't help each other. I mean, we tried, like moving the chairs.
But I thought our date went pretty good. So this is the first time I'm hearing about this. So, I mean, whatever.
Well,
whatever.
I know. You need to stop chasing me, okay?
I know.
It's done. I'm over you.
Don't
but we also both needed
chasing
chasing waterfalls.
Just stick to the rivers and the songs that
We used
Throw
to.
salt in the moon, guys. Just throw salt in the moon.
But we both
Okay.
needed the handicap parking spot, and there was
Yeah.
only one.
Yeah.
You know?
It was stuff like that. But I also
stuff,
know
yeah.
married couples who are both disabled.
Really?
And,
Really?
yeah, I
Interesting.
do.
Wow.
I just met someone with arthrogryposis, and she met her husband at the AMC, the Arthrogryposis Convention,
God, that's
and they're
interesting.
thriving. So
Give us their number.
Yeah, that would be
That's
great.
a conversation
Yes.
we haven't had before.
That'd be a great.
Oh,
We've
I'll
been looking
totally.
for those.
Yeah.
You know, we've heard of the interabled couples, but never like the interly disabled couples.
yeah, I mean,
Disabled couples.
and they figure it out. I mean, you've gone to the abilities conventions, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen disabled couples
Yeah.
all up in the
Sure.
abilities or what is that? Abilities
Whoever we are, the
convention.
Abilities
Abilities
Expo.
Expo.
Abilities
Yeah.
Expo.
I mean, because we're differently abled.
Yeah.
We're still
Call it the
abled.
CripCon. That's what I want to call it.
CripCon?
Oh, that'd be
love-
cool.
my God.
Crip-
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That's dope.
Let's
Should
start our
one,
own.
yeah.
I
Can we
told you.
start our own CripCon where we can have beer and music and concerts, and it's more of a party rather than like a medical room
For
filled
sure,
with
dude.
medical
Yeah.
things?
Well, that's important
Yeah,
too.
bro.
But yeah.
Yeah, I know, but come on.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm
Okay.
saying? You
Okay.
feel me?
I feel you.
Okay.
You feel me?
So what are kind of the as amazing as Rob is, what are some of the challenges you guys face, if any?
He doesn't close cabinets. It really pisses me off
That's
because I
just
can't
Rob.
reach them.
God,
Are you
no.
kidding?
That really upset me too. Actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you always make sure the toilet seat's down.
It's a good
No,
sign when
he
you really
doesn't.
have to think beyond he just doesn't close cabinets. So
Yeah.
you're doing something right, Rob.
He's great. I mean, we're not perfect at all. We have our fights. I mean,
No one is.
but it's not anything that's like, I can tell Robert anything. I mean, I have a lot of things I need help with, which I'm sure you guys know. And I like to limit what he needs to help me with because I am more on the capable side of things. But if it's those days that I'm just done, I'm tired, I need freaking help, like, Robert, come take my bra off. He loves that part. It's his favorite job.
I bet.
You know, get my
how is the
shoes.
intimacy? Was that an easy transition for you to open up physically?
God,
Or?
I don't know what it was, but Robert and I had like the sexiest sexy time the moment we met.
That's
Our
awesome.
chemistry was insane. Our first kiss was like lightning, and then like I remember we made out in the back of my car for like a long time,
Wow,
and I just
okay.
was like shaking, like it
See,
was
that was
amazing.
that was that high school love you got.
That was
Yeah.
that first makeup that's like an hour long. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not stopping. I don't even care.
Yeah.
And you don't even
I'll
need
go
to
till
breathe.
my tongue falls off.
You don't need water.
Whatever.
Jeez, Marty,
Right?
oof. Yeah.
I know it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
it was the
Energizer
passion.
Marty, bro. That's what I call my
Oh.
brother. Anyways,
Hello, bunny rabbit.
The passion was amazing.
Okay.
The intimacy was amazing. I mean, once you're with someone for so long, it does die down.
Right.
But it's not
You just gotta get
diminished.
creative.
But
Yeah.
I mean, with
You know?
with your situation, is it hard for you to move around in bed or to undress? I mean, these are things that I was embarrassed about in the beginning.
I'm not embarrassed about
I
it.
needed help getting it out of bed. I needed help taking off my shoes, things like that in the beginning. Like,
So the cool thing about being a girl is like the boys always undress the girls,
Okay.
right? And it's
Okay.
kind of sexy.
Yeah.
So that's not an issue at all. Positions are an issue. I'm limited to two. And I'm not going to tell you what they are because
That's
I do
fine.
like a little
That's fine.
privacy.
No, of
but
course.
yeah.
What I do like about Robert is that I feel like sex can kind of be medical when you're disabled, like, because you have to be like, okay, this is all I can do. You got to make sure you don't hurt my knee, or you
Right.
got to make sure you don't
Yeah.
misplace
Something
my
like that,
legs,
yeah.
or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. So it's more of like a doctor's appointment of like, what can I
Well,
touch?
just
what
setting
can
those
I-
boundaries.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah,
until
But
they
with
have that
Rob, it wasn't
understanding.
like that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, with Rob, it was more like, the passion was there, the fire was there, and it kind of just happened organically.
Okay.
Amazing.
And now he knows. I mean, it's been 4 years.
Right.
He knows what I can and can't do.
Right.
Yeah.
And vice versa, me too, because just because we're disabled doesn't mean we don't. We learn as well.
Right.
So intimacy is great. We have our issues. I mean, you guys know, being disabled, things happen, things don't happen.
For sure. And here, you know what? One question that we got after our last episode was, does being disabled or having a spinal cord injury or whatever affect like your sex drive or your libido in our case? And it's like, fuck no, dude. I mean, maybe, in some cases, your hormones are off where you don't have that kind of drive, but I feel like at least in my case, like, no, I'm as sexual as ever, you know? And I mean, how has it ever affected you? Or, I mean, how do you feel about that?
So I don't know. It's a hard question for me. Because I'm not just disabled. I'm a woman.
Okay.
We're insecure. We see our flaws. They're so highlighted in our brains. And so being disabled and then being a little chubby or having stretch marks or having hairy legs or, you know what I'm saying? Like, we see that and it's like magnified by like 1,000. So there are times where I'm like, oh my God, I'm just so disabled. Like, I don't want to do this because like he's going to be turned off. There were times like that when I was just dating someone, but I really like being in a relationship because that's when I open up. I'm more vulnerable. I feel more safe. I'm a monogamous kind of person. I had my flings. I mean, Bumble, come on, Tinder, great to me. And I would promote that. Have your flings.
Yes.
If you feel like you're in a safe space with a safe person and you're comfortable, do it. Just bone. You don't
know
need,
why? Because you learn about yourself.
You learn about and it's fun and it's a release and it's like I've made friends just from that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with sexuality and exploring it. But I feel safer with being in a relationship and committed. And so now, no, I don't face the lack of libido or whatever.
Yeah.
But I have in the
Good
past.
for you. Right on. Yeah.
Can you be a mother?
I don't know. I have no idea. I've been told several things.
Okay.
So,
what are some of the things you've been told?
That my body might not be able to withstand it.
Okay.
I also have other issues in the fertile aspects.
Okay.
So that's hindering on the fact if I could have babies. And I also kind of just don't want one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want
That
to
was
be.
going to be my next question. Is that something that you want?
I don't want to be pregnant.
Yeah.
I want to have a baby, either with a surrogate or we're definitely going to adopt. That's like one of our main
good for you
goals.
guys.
Okay.
And I would like to adopt a disabled child.
Wow. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah, I would really like to adopt a disabled child. And I actually donate to, and I can't even think of the name, but I'm going to email you guys about it because I want you to highlight it. But it's an orphanage for disabled people.
Oh, that's awesome.
For disabled kids.
Sure.
And I met a little boy who has arthrogryposis, and he has yet to be adopted.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we'd
try
love
and
to
throw it
shout
up on
out.
the
So that's
screen.
my main goal is to adopt. But I do want to have one of our own, whether it's surrogacy or whatever else they do.
Good for you.
And if I get pregnant, I'm not gonna like not have it. I'll have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I will blame it for the rest of its life.
Well,
for
we know a
ruining
good
my
doula for
body.
you.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
You do?
Doula.
Yeah.
Why do you
Doula.
know a doula?
Because our last guest was a doula.
Yeah.
Really?
I didn't even know
She's
those
got that
existed.
medulla oblongata
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
for you.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Go ahead.
she also has a disability as well.
Yeah.
Epilepsy.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Wow.
People helping people is powerful stuff.
Yeah.
It is.
She may fall asleep on your first visit, but she'll wake up.
It's not
That's
narcolepsy,
not
you
epilepsy,
dumbass.
you dumbass.
Yeah, same thing. I don't know. I just talked to her for an hour and a half and I
Oh,
totally messed up.
Oh
we
my
love
God.
Sonny. We love
Yeah.
you, buddy. Oh,
His name is
my
Sonny,
goodness.
but he
Brutal.
ain't bright.
Well,
Brutal.
you know,
Brutal.
Marna,
I'm just
you're
kidding.
amazing. You sassy piece. We love you. And one thing we like to hear from is like someone who may be struggling with arthrogryposis and trying to find themselves. What would you tell them?
It's cliche, but don't give up. I mean, honestly, my life is so much better than it was when I was 13
Sure.
or 16. I mean, there's highlights of my life back then, but now I have full confidence of who I am. I'm wiser than I was, and my disability is not the worst thing in my life.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Love it.
Good for you. Stick with it, fools. It's a tough road, crawling through the thorns.
Yeah.
It's a way I like to describe it, but there's definitely light on the other end. You know, keep the faith.
There was a question we wanted to circle back though too. What was that question?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was it? Do you want to sing?
You're funny. Oh, what's in the future of my music career?
Yeah.
Sure.
You asked
That
it.
too.
Yeah.
I just
you
want
said
Sonny
where
to
does
sing.
where do you see Marna in the future? I don't know. I see myself married.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a wedding date.
The girl.
Buying a house, making it fully accessible.
Yes.
Nice.
Never giving up on my singing career. Just trying to get myself out there as much as possible.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day I'll have a full blown album. And
What would you consider your genre, by the way?
oh God.
People are like, well, what does she sing? You know, like, what's your genre?
So I sing a lot of everything.
Okay.
That's not a very popular thing to say, but it's true. I like
Yeah.
country. I like singer-songwriter.
Yeah.
I like indie pop. I like pop. I like rock.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
But
good.
they put me under the genre of singer-songwriter because I do write my own music.
Okay.
Which I
cool.
think's amazing.
Thank you. Me too. It's fun.
Absolutely. Now, Sonny, are you gonna sing for us?
I have prepared a few songs in case this moment has arose.
So maybe we need to prepare the set.
All right.
I want to see you guys do a duet, and then maybe you and I can do a duet.
All right.
Okay.
How's
Okay.
that feel? All right.
I
Are
mean,
you
if
guys
you want to
ready to
embarrass
vote?
yourself, sure.
Oof, it's
So
on.
I'm bringing it today.
All right.
Okay.
Rolling with the homies.
Let's just say today, a star is born.
Oh.
Okay.
And the sun rises.
All right. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, butchering songs by Marty and Sonny, but the lovely star herself, Marna Michelle. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bradley Cooper. I don't know if you can tell by the hat.
I'm
But-
I'm still Sonny Case Bauer. I didn't change.
Well,
I'm just saying.
I mean,
This guy had to change.
we're still alongside the Marna Michelle. How's
The.
how's it going, babe?
I'm great.
Oh, great. Okay.
Real good in that hat.
Thanks. I didn't have a beard until I assumed this identity. But
Committed.
anyways,
Committed.
so because Sonny and I are a package deal, we
Yeah.
decided we'll do this together.
Together.
It's going to be really bad.
Yes.
So brace yourself.
Really good.
Like earplugs, half the song.
Well, we're gonna own it.
We're gonna own it because
We're gonna
that's what
own it.
it's about.
That's what
Crippled
it's
is
about.
beautiful. Just because my voice is a little, let's call it disabled.
Crippled, yeah.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. But we're gonna own it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado,
Shallow. Okay, here we go.
tell me something, girl. Are you happy in this modern world? Or do you need more? Is there something else you're searching for? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change. And in the bad times I fear myself.
Tell me something, boy. Aren't you tired of trying to fill that void? Or do you need more? Ain't it hard keeping it so hard? I'm falling. In all the good times I find myself longing for change, and in the bad times I feel myself. I'm of the deep end, watches a death end. I'll never leave the ground. Crash to the surface where they can't hurt us. We're far from the shallow now.
In the shallow, in the shallow, in the shallow. shallow, far from the shallow. Baby, that felt good.
Yeah, I did.
Wow, Marna, you are amazing. Your voice is, like I said, a mix between Fergie and Jesus of an
angelic.
angel. I mean, you are amazing. Everybody, please give her a follow. Your voice isn't just beautiful, but you're a voice for people with arthrogryposis. You're a voice for our community, and for that, we thank you.
Well, thank you.
If you guys like what you saw, except for me and Sonny's voices, please like, share, and subscribe. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. And until next time, we'll see you, baby. Cooper, out.